Now, one of the biggest players in music streaming, Spotify, has released the list of most streamed artists in 2021 for the period the 1st of January to the 27th of November. While Drake retains his top spot, artists including Taylor Swift, Kanye West and Justin Bieber also feature on the list. In South Africa, the most streamed artist was DJ Maphorisa. To share more on this, we are joined by Melanie Triegaardt. She is the lead strategist for Africa for Spotify. Melanie, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first of all, Melanie, how is the data of the most streamed artist collected?
So data is based on a local market's unique listening habits. Those users that have Spotify, with the Wrapped campaign, it's a chance for us to look back on the data and how users have consumed music throughout the year. And, just a celebration of not only the fans, but the creators that make this beautiful music.
And currently, how many South African users are on Spotify?
Great question. We tend not to reveal that kind of information, but, Spotify right now, we're really excited as we launched in the rest of sub-Saharan Africa earlier this year in March. And it's just great to see the consumption trends throughout sub-Saharan Africa since then.
So how did South Africans then listen this year? I mean, Drake was topping the charts, obviously.
For sure. What's great to see is that, since our launch in March, it's clear for us that, artists like Drake is not only popular in South Africa, but incredibly popular along East African territories. And then locally, we're just really excited with a lot of the newcomers that came up this year. Blackie had an incredible year, who ended up having the second most biggest streamed local album in South Africa. Makadzi had an incredible year as well, becoming the #1 local most streamed female artist in South Africa. And then, of course, the Scorpion Kings, once again, had an incredible year topping charts for us.
And I see Amapiano dominated as the most streamed local artists are from the genre.
Correct. And, we're very, very excited about the genre and, traction that it's made in the last couple of years for us. And we look forward to 2022. I mean, our biggest flagship playlist at the moment, called Amapiano Grooves, had 50 million streams globally this year. So we're really looking forward to next year.
And you've just mentioned Makadzi, who has had a phenomenal year this year. And it's no wonder she's included in South Africa's most streamed local artists. So how does she fare in the list?
Well, Makadzi, she came up top as the local most streamed female artist in South Africa. And, her album this year has just been so incredible. She's had, I think it's 10 million streams globally this year for her. So we're really proud of her and we look forward to 2022.
Now, Afrikaans vocalist Rian Benade's Spontaan led the most streamed South African albums list. This was quite interesting, wasn't it?
100%. But, Afrikaans is very important to us as a genre and, the culture in itself. And even artists like Apple, who dropped one album this year, had an incredible year for him as well. So, we continue to look forward to 2022 and Afrikaans music.
And besides the Amapiano genre, how else is this different to what the world is listening to?
I think, for South Africa, what was interesting for us is that a lot of mood playlists came up this year in terms of local firm favorites. Besides Amapiano Grooves as a playlist, we had a lot of deep sleep and mood playlists that came up in comparison to a lot of other sub-Saharan African territories whereby music playlists were favorite. So maybe that's just some kind of insight into, maybe it's COVID fatigue happening with South Africans this year and just wanting to lean more heavily into mood playlists.
Do you get a sense, Melanie, that South Africans have now embraced the whole concept of streaming music, or are they slowly getting into the groove of it?
I do think so. And I think it's quite evident in our consumption trends year on year that we're seeing. And it's just super exciting how, Gen Z, which is our biggest audience, is just consuming music across all genres for us. And yeah, I look forward to a great 2022.
All right. So, I mean, Spotify, I know it may be a bit unfair. So how does Spotify fare with the other, streaming platforms?
I think we're very proud of what we've achieved in the last 3 years. We launched in 2018. And, year on year, we're just very proud of how we've been able to further support South African musicians locally and further elevate, their profile abroad and just continue to be a champion and export great South African music.
And for those who haven't really used the platform or they haven't really started using the whole concept of streaming music, is it better to download or to stream music on Spotify?
100%. I would really encourage, future users to download Spotify, the app. And, this time next year, you can also get insights into how you've consumed music as a music fan throughout the year, what your top artists are, what your top tracks are, top genres, and share that with your friends on social media. So I definitely would encourage that.
And what about storage? Because I understand that Spotify recommends that you have at least a gig of free storage to use the app smoothly.
Sure. We've also actually introduced Spotify Lite to curb this, which is a great way to for users with maybe not that much high impact phones to download Spotify Lite. And that will also help in the terms of storage space on your cell phones. And
how's the data usage?
Data usage, it's very good. And I also would encourage you to download it.
I'm one of those old souls. I still haven't, but after this conversation, I definitely will. And I'm just going through some of the, to do on how to stream. Just take us through how you do it.
How you stream music?
Yes.
So in this case with Spotify, you download the Spotify app. You enter your details in, and you also are able to guide, the Spotify app in terms of what music you like, whether it's artists or genres. And then, yes, go ahead and stream away your favorite music on Spotify.
And then I understand there's also, the different plans on Spotify. Does that affect the quality of the audio?
Not at all. I mean, we have our free tier, which is great for streaming music, and we also have our premium tier, which is just as fantastic.
All right. Melanie, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we just spoke to Melanie Triegaardt on Spotify, revealing the top artists, albums and songs from the creators that helped soundtrack the year for more than 381 million users worldwide.